Hi, I'm Susan. I'm a certified dyslexia and Orton Gillingham practitioner, and I'm glad you're here. Wanted to jump back on and talk about a few more things for preparing your dyslexic child for school. And so you can check out, I will link in the description, the first video that I did. But some other things that I would do would be just the mindset for going back to school. So just reframing that dyslexia is a difference and not a deficit. And so our dyslexic kiddos have amazing strengths, like out of the box thinking. A lot of them are creative, good artists. They have a lot of that right side brain functionality going on. And so they just have so many strengths. And so just reframing what dyslexia is and talking about those strengths is super helpful. As well, I mean, you can even draw out like a strength map, or, Sally Shaywitz talks about dyslexia is an island of weakness among a sea of strengths. So sometimes I will draw an island, and that would be like the things we struggle with. And I even list out the things I struggle with, like science. I'm not good at science, but then we all have strengths that surround us. And so just reframing that for your kiddo is super helpful starting the school year. And so starting with that good positive talking and not the negativity is helpful. The second would be those routines. So kiddos with dyslexia sometimes can really struggle with those executive functioning skills of setting up those rhythms and routines. So helping them with it for the younger kiddos, forming a visual schedule for them to follow. Remember, we're keeping the words limited on things that they have to read, and maybe using pictures. That would be a visual schedule of their routine. And helping them with that, maybe getting a timer to set it for each portion of what they do, because understanding how long something takes can be one of the struggles too. And then for the older kiddos, I like for them to set either an alarm on their watch or their phone for the different things that they need to do in the morning. So you're going to brush your teeth at this time, and the next alarm goes off. You should have been dressed by that point, or go ahead and get dressed at that point. Make sure your backpack's at the door, or, whatever your routine is, or now you're going to go eat breakfast, and, all of those different things, have them in a routine and a consistent routine so that it becomes more automatic, and that creates structure and helps reduce the anxiety, because we know that dyslexia brings a lot of anxiety. And so having that organization can help reduce that anxiety. So those morning routines, and then that after school routine. I know in the last video I talked about allowing them time to just chill out when they come home. So that decompression time is super important. And then blocks for homework time. So not necessarily sitting down and doing 3 straight hours of homework for the older kids, or for younger kids, same thing, but blocks of time, giving them breaks in between, because they are working so hard to get that work done. So I would add those to what I talked about before of, setting up the meeting and going ahead and starting those consistent bedtimes. But getting back to that structure would be very helpful. And then the last thing would be help your kiddo organize their supplies and work with them on how to stay organized with the supplies. So set up a system for them, whether that's a binder, whatever that looks like for the supplies that your school requires. Help them set that up, and then work with them on staying organized with that. So I hope you and your kiddo have a great school year, and I hope you found these helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will put all the information in the comments, including the link to the last quick video on how to start this school year strong. So have a great year.